Oh yeah, I'm Average Dad, and welcome back to day 4 of the Boysenberry Festival. Today we have a complimentary tasting card, man. Thank you very much to the food and wine manager that did give it to us, dude. Very grateful for it. And we're also going to be trying some items on the meal plan. But first up, we're heading down at Ghost Town because on the very right-hand side, they have a brand new item this year. I saw it the other day and I have to grab one. And that is going to be the Boysenberry Iced Tea. We got our Boysenberry Iced Tea and this was a steal. Original price is $3.99. If you're a pass holder, you get a 40-cent discount. We paid $3.87 for this, dude. $3.87. If you don't believe me, just look at the receipt. See, bro, $3.99 retail, 40-cent discount, $3.87 for this bad boy right here. We got our Boysenberry Iced Tea, and we're starting off today here at Spurs, because last time we were here, they did not have the wontons, and my mom wants to try the spring fling salad with shrimp and a boysenberry vinaigrette. So let's go! We grabbed our first 2 items, and here is the chicken and dumplings. Man, this looks really, really good, but you have to check out the fling salad. Here is the fling salad, dude. You have some mango in there, got some strawberries. On top is a boysenberry vinaigrette, but look at the shrimp, man. The shrimp's looking pretty good. Before we get into any of the food today, one of my friends, Brittany Papa, asked me a question. She wanted to know what time do the booths open at the Boysenberry Festival. I asked one of the associates and they let me know that the booths are going to open 1 hour after the park initially opens. First up on today's food adventure is the Boysenberry Iced Tea, man. Reminds me of the days when I used to drink fifths of whiskey, but this time it's iced tea. This tastes exactly like boysenberry punch. You're here at the Boysenberry Fest. If you're here at the Boysenberry Festival this year and you're a fan of the boysenberry punch that they do serve at the restaurants and the refreshing stations, I highly recommend getting this. It is a slight less on the boysenberry punch than the punch itself. Get it? Punch on punch. I'm a huge fan of boysenberry punch, and if you don't know, dude, when you're here at the Boysenberry Festival, you're gonna have to try a half and half. What's a half and half? Well, glad you asked. A half and half is half boysenberry, half Sprite, or you can have half boysenberry and half lemonade. Highly recommend you try. But at the price point of $3.99, and if you're a pass holder, you get this for $3.87 for this thing. This is a steal. I highly recommend trying the iced tea. This is getting a 3 out of 3. But now, let's see what my mom thinks of the spring fling shrimp salad.
I watched Wicked Journey's review on this salad and it looked really good, so I'm going to give it a try. We have strawberries, there's 5 shrimps, mango, I saw an asparagus somewhere, and then there's also boysenberry vinaigrette. I'm going to try the shrimp. Keep in mind that the shrimp is cold.
Go.
Wow, that shrimp was cooked really well. It had a nice crunch. So now let's try some salad. Here's asparagus, strawberries, and spring greens. Ooh, that was really good. It's very refreshing. So now let's try the mango. Mango is really good. I would rate this a 3. I never would have tried it if I did not see or watch Wicked Journey's review. I would highly suggest it. It's very refreshing, very healthy, especially since with the fruits. They were very generous. I got 5 pieces of shrimp. This is very good.
Wow, that's saying a lot when my mom gives a good review and says something's a 3 out of 3. Now it's time for our next item of the day, and it's going to be the chicken and dumplings. You have to check out how good this rice looks. Here's the chicken and dumplings. I do like that you get 3 dumplings, but can we honestly appreciate this stir-fried rice on the bottom? That rice looks pretty perfect. It also comes with a boysenberry teriyaki sauce. Guess what? I have a special guest joining us today, and it's Sophie!
Hi guys!
You guys ready to try this?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get a dumpling each. Let's dip it in the boysenberry teriyaki sauce.
Ooh.
Oh, that looks good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now this dumpling didn't really remind me of a dumpling. It just reminded me of like a wonton itself. I mean, it is a wonton, but it didn't resemble a dumpling for me. But now let's try the rice, because this rice looks pretty good. I mean, honestly, guys, look how good this rice looks. Got some egg in there, you got some carrots, got some peas. Oh, this rice pilaf is really, really good. That rice is cooked perfectly. Now for my review of the dumplings and the rice pilaf. One thing I'm going to take into consideration of the dumplings themselves is we did the review of the salad before we tried the dumplings. So the dumplings sat there for a little bit, which made it a little cold. Maybe that's why it wasn't as good. Next time I'm going to try it hot. The rice pilaf was on point, and what I did like was the teriyaki dipping sauce. That right there is gonna get a 2 out of 3 for me, but I do believe if it's hot and fresh, like I should have ate it the first time, it would be a 3 out of 3. Sophia, let us know what you thought of the chicken and dumplings.
The chicken and dumplings tasted okay. It was kind of cold, but next time I get it, I would get it fresh and eat it fresh. I would give the chicken and dumplings a 1 out of 3. But the rice, I would give a 3 out of 3. The rice would just tasted perfect to me.
But now it's time for our next item. Now for our third item. Right behind me is the Judge Roy Bean location, where you can get the all-beef meatballs on mashers. This is really good, and I'm glad that Knott's Berry Farm did bring it back. This is the returning favorite of the Boysenberry Festival. This is actually going on its 4th year, I believe, of being here. It's the all-beef meatballs, barbecue boysenberry sauce, and they have the mashed potatoes on the bottom. Don't quote me on this, but I do believe if you are a vegan or have gluten allergies, you can actually ask for the Impossible meatballs, but don't hold me to that. You're gonna wanna go ask the associate at the booth. Let's dig in, man. We got meatballs, mashed potatoes. Great job, Knott's Berry Farm. Once again, the meatballs are a hit. I love that nice tanginess and sweetness that you get from the barbecue sauce. The meatballs themselves are really meaty, and the potatoes on the bottom, I mean, they're decent. But I will say, whoever made those mashed potatoes mushed them just right. Those are perfect mashed potatoes. This, for me, is getting an easy 3 out of 3, and I highly recommend you trying that when you're here. I mean, just don't trust my word. If you have tried the boysenberry meatballs, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what your review is of it, and if people should try it. Is it worth a tap or isn't? I believe it is. We've tried 3 items on the tasting cards, but let's take a break and try something on the meal plan. Let's head up to Ghost Town and go to Sutter's. Here at Sutter's, they have 2 items that you can get on the meal plan. We're grabbing the grilled cheese beef dip. It's a sandwich of boysenberry horseradish served with fries, and at the very bottom is a berry salad. Berries on a spring mix with a boysenberry vinaigrette. Now, if you don't have a meal plan or the daily plan, it's gonna cost you $13.50 for the salad and $15.50 for the grilled cheese beef dip. Actually, I've heard the grilled cheese beef dip is one of the hottest items here at this year's Boysenberry Festival. Sorry everybody, I had to cut that video short. If you guys are unaware, my eldest daughter is on the spectrum. She's a high-functioning autistic. It's a rarity that she actually has meltdowns at Knott's Berry Farm, but she had one today. I actually tried to settle her down and talk to her and see what was going on, but it was already too late. She had a full-blown meltdown. She actually banged her head like 5 times on a wooden table. I took her back to the seat, just trying to calm her down. She started to pinch herself, try to bite me a couple of times. So I grabbed her by the arm, I was like, let's go. And you know, I brought her out of the park because that's one of the safest things that I can do when she's having a full-on meltdown. What I was more concerned was, you know, for her safety, because she was actually injuring herself. I don't care if I get bit. And the safety for others at that point in time. I didn't want her to take off because, yeah, when she is on a full-blown meltdown, she doesn't really care if it's me, if it's you, if it's anybody. If you're in her way, she might injure you. So as I was walking out, yeah, I mean, she was screaming her head off, and yeah, a lot of people were looking at me and were like, oh my gosh, what's he doing to his daughter? I'm not hurting my daughter, guys. You know, my best thing is I have to hold on to her, because if I don't, she's going to take off and possibly injure herself more. I've seen her before she's had 3 full meltdowns at knottsberryfarm before. And one of them, she actually fell on the floor and banged her head like 3 times really hard on the concrete. So in these situations, I was holding her really hard. She was trying to get away from me, trying to bite me. And, that my main concern was just strictly getting her out of the park. She's overstimulated and stuff. So I had to cut the video today. Yeah, so we'll be back at the Boysenberry Festival again. Hope you guys enjoyed the few foods that we did try. But Eva's doing okay. She has some big lumps on her head. She gashed her arm. She was pinching herself really, really hard. But now that she's in a controlled environment now, she's doing a lot better. I just wish that I was able to catch it a lot sooner. It was my fault because I was waiting in line for one of the food items when I felt that I should have been there to help her. So I just wish I was able to catch it, man. But that's the life of being a dad sometimes, and having a child on the spectrum. You just kind of take every day by day. Some days are good, some days are bad. When the days are good, they're beautiful, and when the days are bad, man, it just kind of hits you, dude. It hits me in the heart, see my daughter hurt herself and stuff. But I'm trying not to cry right now, guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the video here. So thank you very much for every single one of you guys, man. I really appreciate every single one of your guys' support. None of this is possible without every single one of you guys. Yeah, we'll be back at the Boysenberry Festival later this week. So you guys have a great day, and we will catch you next video. Deuces.